So before we got Duelist Nexus, a lot of players were looking forward to a bunch of new cards from that set. The thing is, a bunch of these cards aren't even seeing that much play at the current moment. Why is that the case though? Is it because they're less good than we thought? Is it because they're difficult to get your hands on? Or is it just because they might be powerful but a little too niche? Or maybe the cards are good but not really worth running in the current format? So my goal today is to answer these questions to the best of my ability. But before we go any further, please friendly reminder to smash the like and subscribe button for me real quick. There you go, here's a pancake as a reward. Anyways, the very first card I want to cover today would be Visa's Amritara. I made a bunch of videos on how powerful this card is for the Vanadium deck. It's super easy to summon because you can actually synchro summon it using 2 tuner monsters. And I mean, Manadome is not the only deck that can use Visa's Amritara because the card can search like 40 cards. So even tier elements can make really good use of it. And it has a lot of nice synergy with Ancient Fairy Dragon and Revolution Synchron. And being a level 8 tuner synchro monster means that you can also turn it into Bishbalkin and then use Crimson Dragon to target it and then go into Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. So trust me, Visa's Amritara is definitely a really good card, but I think I might know the answer as to why Manadome is not really seeing much play at the moment. That deck folds to Droll and Logbird, and everybody and their mother unfortunately is playing Droll this format. I mean, the whole deck searches, and they even have like 3 different field spell that searches on activation. Not to mention that they also kind of struggle with Floodgates going second, so going first you can get a hand trap to death, and going second you can get Floodgated to death. Yeah, not the best time to be alive for Manadome players. But again, that's not saying that the deck is bad or anything, because the ceiling level is off the charts. And honestly, you're not really losing to the other hand traps that hard. And the deck can put up some of the nastiest turn 1 boards you will ever see in your life. But maybe they are a little late behind some of the more better decks that people are playing, such as Kashtira and Purely. But I do believe this will change as soon as we get either a ban list or the new level 6 synchro monster, the Trilu Sogda from Age of Overlord. Now the deck will turn from a 2-card combo deck into a 1-card combo deck, which obviously changes everything. Now, I'm not gonna say that Visa's Amritara was overhyped because I don't believe it, but I do believe that it is not its time to shine at the moment at least. Now, Revolution Synchron, on the other hand, might be a little more of a disappointment. Everyone, including myself, thought that this card was gonna change everything, and it's just not really seeing much play right now. I mean, only a few decks are playing it, and they're not even that popular. So obviously this card is optimal in the Synchron deck, no shit, but at the same time that deck is not really good going second, and sometimes hand traps can be annoying. So it would have been decent in the Tier Elements deck to summon Visa's Amritara if people were playing the card, but nobody is really going into that. I mean, it's just unfortunate that people aren't trying to be crafty and splash this card in a bunch of decks. Because like I said, ever since we got Duelist Nexus, I haven't really seen this card being played at all. Or at least not the pro players and the top performing deck list that I'm watching. To be fair though, it's just a matter of time before combo decks start becoming popular again. The incentive to play combo right now just isn't there because everybody is main decking like 12 hand traps and everybody's ready for them. Therefore, the exact same argument applies for Crimson Dragon. There is one difference though, and a pretty big one too. So on November 17th, we will be getting Valiant Smashers, and that set introduces the Centurion deck, which is kinda cracked. It's not a combo deck, so it doesn't really lose too much to hand trap, it only kinda loses to Ghost Ogre and Cosmic Cyclone, but it can actually turbo out Hard Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity, using only 1 card. That's kinda disgusting coming from a mid-range deck that can play a lot of hand traps and floodgates. Not to mention that Crimson Dragon will finally be able to search like an actual relevant spell card when we get Age of Overlord. So it's going to help out Manadome way more, and obviously every other deck like Synchron that can abuse Crimson Dragon. And also, nothing forces you to necessarily only go into Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity using Crimson Dragon. There are a bunch of other options with the card too. Now let's quickly discuss the new TCG exclusive, the Tistina. The deck is piss. Like actual dog shit. It's not really like you can say that they're off to a good start because all you can really do with them at the moment at least is go second and hope that your opponent has like no negates. Like, okay, sure, you got a few Book of Moon cards, like you got a field spell that can do some nice things, and yeah, some other nice options, but who gives a shit because the deck is extremely reactive. And I'm not down for that. I want to be able to play with 1 card, not with like 5 cards and hope that my opponent has nothing. So yeah, at worst, it's just going to be another one of those TCG exclusives that nobody cares about, and at best, it's just going to be a cute little going second deck. And you see, the hype over that archetype actually died off really quickly as soon as we actually got to read the cards. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did expect Infernoble to perform way better. I mean, I initially believed that it would be a really good combo deck, or at least like a mid-range combo deck, and way better than Unchained, but apparently not. But I will have to say that the Infernoble deck has a really bright future, especially with SP Little Knight, which is also a warrior monster, by the way, and it definitely will help you break boards going second. Oh, and also set up boards going first and help you play through hand traps. But to be fair, that stupid link to monster helps everyone. But honestly, even right now, the Infernoble deck should theoretically, technically, jokingly still be really good. I mean, you can end on monster negates, spell and trap negates, proactive pops, monsters that can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. Like, it has everything going for it, and it's also really consistent. And it can also indirectly play through hand traps or around the hand traps with Aqua Dolphin and some other stuff. But you know, there is no smoke grenades, so the deck is not that unfair. I mean, it still is, but you know, it has flaws. You know, I guess maybe people don't really want to be drawing a lot of equip spells in that deck, and I definitely feel that because I used to play Gookie back in the days. Anyways, the last cards I will be covering would be pretty much only one card, and it would be the new Altergeist monster, Altergeist Mulwisp. So obviously it's really good for the Altergeist deck, but the Altergeist deck is not good enough even with the new support. Not on the same level as Labyrinth because they get to win without using their brain thanks to Eradicator Virus. But Altergeist, even though it's a trap deck, it actually plays like 20 something monsters now. Anyways, even generically, Mulwisp allows Melusic to be a splashable combo in a way. So Melusic can be a 1-card Access Code, a 1-card Deco Talk or Heat Soul, or a 1-card Omni-Negate in the form of Herald of Arclight, which can also search you a ritual monster like Magician Souls. And you're searching Illusion of Chaos into Magician Souls, but you know, same shit. And you know, going second, Melusic is still pretty good at breaking boards because you can send a card your opponent controls to the graveyard when you inflict battle damage. So as long as you don't really need your normal summon, Melusic is pretty much always good as a splashable card. The Kashtira deck should be able to play it, but nobody cares. The Kashtira players are some of the laziest humans I've ever seen in my entire life. They're always playing the exact same deck list that they used to play like months ago. I guess people are just getting tired of this format and they don't really want to put in a lot of effort until we get a ban list, which at least is a little understandable. But again, it's not like the new cards suck, it's just that there's always like an alternative. Sometimes the alternative is better, or sometimes it's more convenient for its users. And again, sometimes people are lazy as hell and they don't really want to adapt. Anyways, that's all I had for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And let me know your thoughts about these new cards in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.